Good morning. I'm back. Ooh, gotta be honest. I'm doing this for 2 weeks. Makes me forget everything. Know how to do my setup. How to log into Twitch. I think everything. I want to stream today, but my dog just woke me up, and well, now ball rolling. We're gonna go slow today. Real slow. I don't even know where I left off. I was working on this on the plane. I do work like in public or on, especially on planes. I always do weird things. Never do things that are thoughtful. I just kind of do them because I have the time. I don't know. It's very strange. Type of work I get done. Let's see what I was doing. Pretty sure I was working on something that I didn't want to add, but I felt the game needed. Bit gamey. Yeah. Morning. Good afternoon for you. How you doing? Friday indeed. Today's a weird day. Pretty sure most people have off for Christmas today because it's on the weekend, so companies are giving people off on Friday. Ready for the weekend, yeah. Have you been? Might not even stream, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm here. Because I'm up. This is horrible to see at night in the rain. Knee deep in automation. Fun. Automation, tell me more. I've been good. So, like the stream title says, I'm back from Japan today, or Tuesday. A little jet lagged. But it's usually easy to bounce back. Japan was great. I don't know if you've ever been on this stream before, you know I love Japan. Might even know that I'm moving there. You knew. This trip was a bit of a fact-finding and an apartment grab. I've been... This is the fourth time. This is the fourth time. Doesn't lose its charm. But yeah, we found some good apartments, but there's some red tape that we need to get through. Japan's a very particular country when it comes to procedure. Where most countries are. There's a little bit of a chicken and an egg thing where you need a registered address to have a thing called a hanko, which is like a special seal that's registered to your name and registered to your address, and you need that hanko to sign an application for an apartment. If you don't have an apartment, you can't get a hanko. If you don't hanko, you can't get an apartment. And same goes with a bank account. You can't have a bank account without having an address, and you can't have an address without having a bank account because they require not direct deposit, but direct take. Same with a phone number. You need a bank account and a phone number, or you need a bank account and an address to get a phone number. And some bank accounts require a Japanese phone number. So there's 3 layers, or that's 4 layers of chicken and an egg situation. Yeah, so there seems to be 2 ways to do it. You need to you need to either ask a friend or someone you've met, someone you know there, and use their address as like your landing address. Like, this is where I will stay for the time being. You register everything to that, and you open up all your accounts, and you're good to go. But you need a friend to do that, and you probably need your friend's phone number too. If you don't have that, then what you can do is you can get a short-term apartment, like a month-to-month rental. And the month-to-month rental is easier to get. I think you need all of those registered things, foreigner friendly. Then you can register everything to this temporary address while you look for your long-term living situation. So that's the thing we learned. A lot of fact finding on it. Yeah, I think we got everything, all the info we need. We just try to we didn't treat it like a vacation. We tried to live a busy life. Yeah. A lot of moving pieces. It's not fun, honestly. I mean, it's still worth it. All these things that are going on between the dog, getting rid of the house, getting rid of the car, trying to get rid of everything, downsize, not throw away, but donate our stuff, have yard sales. Like, it's a lot. And then, yeah, once we get there, it's just a whole nother story of like starting life all over again, learning a new language, making new friends. It'd be great. I recommend everyone do this. The thing I was doing, brain hurty today. I was making these footsteps that accumulate, clean up. It's like right now the only like little task you have to do to keep your apartment running or to keep your in clean is to make the bed. And I thought, well, that's not enough. I feel like you need a little bit more. Footstep. I clean up. They don't actually do anything. Just click on them and they disappear. Oh, right. And they also modify comfort, style. Basically do -1 area effects to decorations. I don't know if I'm gonna I might just give them their own stats. They can be a decoration that is -1. So they don't they can really mess up a room. There's footsteps, and it seems to be exponentially problematic. Doesn't seem. I actually don't even remember how this works. It's supposed to have like a value, spread value. See that here. Strange. Low, isn't it? Here we go. Oh. Glad you came by. Missed you guys. Whole Twitch community. I feel like jumped into it this past year. It's funny being away and then coming back. It doesn't stop. It's a machine. Twitch. So I think I want to move forward with this mechanic. I need to figure out how to spawn them. So I can do it as a simulation and actually track when tiles get walked on, and then end of the day, maybe pick one or two that were high traffic areas, and then footsteps down. Or I can just spawn them randomly in an empty tile. Can't spawn one where there's decoration, you might not see it. Or pretty much the two options, aren't they? The high traffic area thing is interesting. Might make you strategize. Maybe you can put down like rugs. The rugs get dirty. I don't know. Maybe you have to put down like a welcome mat. Maybe if you put a welcome mat in the doorway, there's like a less likely chance that footsteps appear. That could be a fun little mechanic. Footsteps that kind of appear often and then pop up, and this item just shows up. It's like, hey, this thing reduces footsteps appear. Cool. All right, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna create the problem and then create the solution to that problem, and there's gonna be loads of fun. So I want flooring. Footsteps are just. How do I want to build this system? Like it's a thing that I can turn on and off, or I make a whole debris generator and just assume that I'm gonna have tons of debris. Put down some floor. Let's start there. Being really quiet. I think the audio level. Mic is it just picks stuff up. Although I might be under the threshold that gets cut off. That I have. Not good for these settings are not good for little quiet, sleepy morning. Cut me off. I want a system that spawns these randomly based on free space. That's what I want. Also, did this text always cover my head? Beautiful. Now, do I want the floor to do it, or do I want something else to do it? I have foundation. I have a script that is the foundation script that all foundation theoretically should have. That's a start, right? Floor tile. What I could do is some kind of. I can just maybe I can put like a new green screen. Your arms seem more ripply. Yeah, actually, I noticed that this morning. I think it's because the blue shirt. I don't think it's appreciating the blue. I don't normally wear the blue. What if I take it off? That's still pretty bad. Doesn't like black either. I didn't change. I mean, my setup did get jostled because of the move. You know, we did a lot of cleaning before on vacation. trying to sell my apartment. Everything got put away, and I just kind of put stuff back together this morning, and I'm sure it's not the same. Maybe my lighting's all messed up. I don't know. It's annoying, right? I know, it's annoying. What if I do no greens? Let's see. No, I can't do that. Need a big green blob. Okay. Do I want to put an extra script on this? It's not really annoying. I'm just picky. No. You're right. I'm picky too. And it is annoying. Lower me. Less arms. Not overlapping the Okay, so this script is definitely not where I want to be implementing the addition footstep. I think what I want, I just want to plop a script on here. And it has to work harmoniously with all the other floor tiles. Good. Oh, all right. I do actually have a manager that already knows where all the floor tiles are. This build zone tile grid system. So I could attach something to the tile grid system. The tile grid system is another one of those utilities that doesn't really do fun stuff. Kind of does managerial tasks. Adds stuff to the grid. It knows its neighbors. It's not really a place for like. All right, I think we're leaning toward just a weird singleton that finds all the tile grids, finds all the flooring, and just pop some floor debris. Maybe I'd make a debris manager. Do all the debris. If I make more debris, great place to put it. All right, got a plan. We've got. Want to make new game system. Systems. The best one to do. Which is the best one to do? Always duplicate, right? Never start from scratch. Raise your hand. Always duplicate. The tiny one. Day tick event. Oh, that's very large. Rust system? Pretty tiny. Nav mesh system. You're ultra tiny. Nav mesh system. Does a lot of weird stuff though. We're gonna go with the mid. So this system doesn't really need to save anything. It just needs to, yes, always duplicate. It doesn't need to save data. It just needs to do something at the beginning of the day. Debris. I'm gonna call it in debris on system. Okay. It's gonna basically, if I ever make other kinds of debris, I'm gonna control that. So this is already set up like a singleton. I don't need it to be a singleton yet. It isn't not a singleton until proven that I need a singleton. And a sheet. Probably not. Honestly, don't need it to do anything except this. Oh, I could have very well started from scratch. The dog wants to come inside. Yeah, let me get the dog. Just let out quite the I'm gonna vomit noise. My dog is all messed up. Every time I have a sitter watch my dog, the dog always comes back totally messed up. Dirty bear! Dirty bear. Oh, the prime sub. Oh my god. The infamous prime sub. Thank you, Kurt. Cheers. So, my dog is very ill. I talk about this all the time. She's a very ill dog. She's old. She had problems. She's just like a delicate ecosystem. Whenever I have someone watch her, comes back totally rocked. I want to keep this these functions here in case I use them. Save data. So this is my onload stuff. So keep that. Person who watched my dog, a vet tech, and I make sure, I make sure the person watching the dog is very well trained in ill dogs, sick dogs. But it's 3 cats. One of my dog's problems is that he cannot eat certain food, high protein, high fat. She can't eat it. It'll make her very sick. And she got into the cat food. I know she got into the cat food because her waste smells like cat food. And she stopped eating her own food, which she used to love. Yeah, you have a quite a legendary. Oh, I mean legendary in the fact that it's a ripe old age. Very impressive. So Pep got into the cat food. She didn't eat a meal or two. Now she's starting to eat. I've been giving her pain meds, and that kind of helps her eat. But she doesn't like her own food anymore, which is not good because it's a vet prescribed food and like her own food. So it's not a good situation. Okay. I'm being very precious right now. I'm just kind of like, I'm generifying all these functions just so I could comment them out because I don't need them. But I like them there. In case I do need to save something, I just uncomment them and then save it. Any of this. Any of you. Want start function. I think she was one of the 2 dogs on Noah's Ark. That's great. I like that. Okay. We are this. I don't need this yet. Put this down here because it's part of the save system. Okay. What does? Oh, that was stupid. I actually did need something from that script. I needed the day tick. I needed to know when the day didn't link anymore. I mean, I usually need. Okay. Pretty bear. Missed you. Gotta send you my bowling ball. Still haven't done that yet. How's your new bowling ball? Did you use it yet? Rain has been so scattered these past few months. Oh, finally, the dog settled down. Hope she ate her food out there. With an ads. Sorry. You could just, you know, get rid of those ads if you'd like. Kurt, can you teach Mike again how to do a Prime sub? 4 games with it, 2 of them over 250. Beast. Beast mode. Keep the Angui. Whatever. Start clean, start clean. But here we go. We have a nice clean system for spawning debris. He doesn't know how to do it. That's okay. I'm not asking for subs. Huh? Just a very easy way to get rid of ads. I think I get $2 from a Prime stuff. Kick Kurt out, he's bullying. He's helping you. It's like you know what a trainer at a gym does. Very aggressive motivation. Nightbot, get him. Where is Nightbot? There he is. There's Nightbot. Good night. Yeah. What are we doing? We're adding debris. I thought the game needed more little tasks to keep you busy. Stuff that, not like blockers, but just stuff that happens that you gotta deal with. Otherwise, you know, what's the point of playing? Nothing happens. So we're adding these footsteps, like footsteps on flooring that are dirt, basically. Gotta clean up. But I want to make it generic. I basically want this to create any kind of debris. But, you know, the logic behind creating the debris is probably going to be unique for everything. Like, I'll just have a floor. I'll just need to make it very unique for each one. The logic is up. Anyway, Mike, good morning. How are you? You know it's your day off. You're here. Everybody's day off, but you're here. Thank you. Tell me what I've missed. You're working? Yeah, I'm actually working too. This is gonna be a short stream today because I gotta work today. What the heck? What the heck? Friggin' heck. He graduates at 11 a.m. I'm here till then. What time is it? It's 10:30. Got 30 minutes. What do you mean she Wait, is it like an online ceremony? Do you just need like to log in? I have to type in www. Public. Game object. I want floor debris. Online is a Zoom link. You guys want to come? I can share. I mean, I'll probably be here doing this while that happens, but yeah, I'm rooting for her. Remember when that happened really fast? It was a quick course. What was it? Was it 1 year? 1 semester? When did that start? 5 months. 5 months, yeah, that's pretty quick. How'd you do? Like it? For those of you who are confused, we're talking about an online, is it a web dev course? I think it was like a back-end and front-end web dev course. Crushed it, A's on everything. Nice. But does she like programming now? Like, after all said and done, You look at herself in the mirror and go, I like programming now. I want to do that. That's... She loves it. That's... Boom. Boom. Sick. Flippin' sick. You have to walk across a fake stage by coding her way. Yeah, does she have to like code a quick character controller and like WASD yourself to her diploma? Told me to tell you that if you want an intern to hit her up, oh snap! I have room on the stream. I can put someone in the little corner. Someone else, just intern. Crushed it. Great. Happy to hear that. I'm so brain fogged right now. Like, it's taking me like 20 minutes to write one function. Public void. I don't even want a public. Private void. Calculate. Floor. Risk. So, how was Japan? It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Counting down the days until the big move, you know? Trying to get all my affairs in order. Is that the phrase people use? It's a very adult phrase. I've never used it before. I've got affairs and I need to get them in order. It's not fun, these affairs. I was explaining it a little bit earlier to Bit Gamey. A lot of red tape. A lot of things I need to shed from my life. You know, I need to shed my American stuff. You have affairs. Yeah, man. You have affairs. You definitely like just turn around one day and boom. Affairs everywhere. Nothing you could do about it. What about ending them, Kurt? Shedding them. Let's comment code. I need to get all floor tiles in. I need to figure out how many do I want to spawn? How much debris do I want to spawn? And then maybe I do want to do like a hybrid, like, was this floor tile walked on? If it was walked on, let me just say, hey, I can be spawned on. Like, I don't need to count how much it's been walked on. I don't need to, and I don't want to do it totally random, because what if no one's in your inn? It's really silly if, and you know, I'm trying to make it a little bit of a secret. Really silly if footsteps spawned on floor tiles that when A, no one's there, you've never been there, no, it's never been stepped on. So I guess I do need to keep track. In a weird way. So we're gonna have to figure out a system. Was a tile walked on? And then make sure empty tile on for debris. Oh, I love saying that. I don't know why I love saying debris so much. One of Amanda's one of my wife's pet peeves of her pet peeve of the thing that I do that she hates. I don't know how to phrase this. Lost the ability to speak. But one of her pet peeves is whenever I mispronounce words on purpose. He hates that. I love doing it, so. Debris. This is my time where I get to mispronounce words. No one can judge me. Right? You guys judging me? Please don't judge me. You're gonna have new Japanese affairs in no time? I'm talking about the responsibility life affair. want to make that clear. Gotta get that apartment. No, so I'll go over a little bit what I was saying earlier to pretty much just BitGame me. So there's 4 things that you need to start your life in Japan. It's like, what is it to be a citizen of a place, a fully functioning member of society, and how to do your part? You need shelter, right? You need apartment, something, somewhere to live. You need money. So you need like a bank account, right? You need a way for people to contact you. Phone. And there's an additional thing in Japan that is required for being a citizen, functioning member of society. It is a registered signature. But, you know, in the US, we sign things and it's like, oh, that's me. Sometimes you got to get stuff notarized. You go somewhere and someone says, yeah, that signature is definitely you. There, the thing, you get a stamp. You get a stamp with your name on it. Yep. Dip it in ink, press it on paper, boom, that's you. It's like a thing everyone has. That's like the 4 things you need to be a functioning member of society. Maybe a job too. You need a job. You got that right. So they're very difficult to get because there's a specific order of operations you need to get them in, and different ones require different things. So you gotta be real careful about it. And those are the Japanese affairs that we need to get in order. It's so much fun there, though. It's just everything's so different. Love turning a corner. First of all, just walking around the streets. They're just so charming. They're so mother effing charming. Everything's so charming. Like, streets are really tiny. It's a little like Europe in that way, but it's different. It's like a different kind of charming. Tiny back alley streets, like big bright signs, and you know, at night everything's lit up, and all the restaurants are filled. All the restaurants are filled. It's a very big going out culture. Like, kitchens are tiny there. Goes out for their meals. You know, at lunchtime, you gotta line up for lunch. Like, if you want to go to like a good place, and I'm not talking like a fancy place, I'm just talking like a place that serves good food, there's gonna be a line. Like, you're gonna line up for lunch every time because food is affordable there. Like here in LA, it's gotten a little psychotic. You can go to a deli, not a deli, but like one of these lunch places, spend $19 on a little sandwich. $19 on a sandwich. But there, it's like, you know, the goal is to spend like $6 on lunch, and it'll be good. Will be good for $6. Like, you'll be full, it'll be a lot. And then dinner, I can't remember the last time I spent less than $150 on a freaking dinner for 2. Can't remember. And there, it's like $50. $50 for a nice, filling, delicious dinner. Every time. And it's can't wait to like not stress about it. Like, oh, did we go out? We went out this week already. We can't go out again. We can't afford that. No, it's not gonna be like that anymore. That's just what we do. Some people, one of my wife's new coworkers, they don't have a refrigerator. You can get a good dinner in Farmingdale for $8 a person. Best meats. Text me the menu. Let me see that menu. And are you just talking about like a quarter pound of turkey in the deli? Horse head? Very distracting. Very distracting. It's okay. This can be I can get nothing done this stream. Fine. It's kind of like my warm up, getting back into it. Because I woke up and I'm like, I'm so tired. I don't want to do this, but I do. So I forced myself to do it. I'm having a great time. I love doing this, but it's just hard to like start. Plus, you called my bluff. I made that up. You know what prices are in Farmingdale. It's not $19 a sandwich. It's probably $15 a sandwich from the corner deli. 15 slices of bologna. 1 slice of American cheese. Still write this function. Let's start with one thing. We're gonna get all the floor tiles. I actually have a way to do that. Handy dandy. Pretty sure I have a handy dandy way to do that. I have what's called scriptable object reference. Floor grid? Floor grid. Node grid floors. Okay, node grid floors. I think this is it, but I have 2 floors. How is this referencing both? Tile grid system. How am I setting this thing? I have no idea. Am I not using this anymore? Using it here? Tile grid system. Scriptable object setter. Build zones. Looks promising. I think it's a set. I think it's a set. So yeah, tile grid system. I don't have just one singleton tile grid system. I have a bunch. Need the build zone as reference to the build zone script, which the reference floor grid system. So all I need to do public. Theoretically, I could have multiples. Scriptable reference build zone ref. Theoretically, I tried to make this as generic as possible. I can have multiple ins. I can have another zone with another in. But right now I only have one, and I think I'm only ever gonna have one. So I'm not gonna code this like work for all ins. I'm just gonna code it just to work with the one in. So build zone ref and public build zone. When we awake, I'm not gonna set yet. The only thing that's set on awake. Wake it might. So I need to do or I just do it when I call the function, because it might not even be done on start. Sometimes it's not done on start. Yeah, look at that. This is done on start. Why am I not doing this on awake? Ignore that for now. I basically need to do it 1 frame after start, or need to make sure this happens first. What I'm going to actually do is not get the floor till I calculate. So, if build zone is null, build zone equals build ref on build zone. Oh my god, I forgot how to code. The language barrier in Japan is super fun. Not that I like not understanding people, but I'm having a great time with the language. I can't wait until I can have a conversation. I can go to a restaurant and like order. That's easy. I can read the menu sometimes. Like if it's if the dishes aren't like native Japanese dishes, then they're written in the foreigner language, which I can read, like a separate alphabet that's they don't use kanji, so I can totally just read it and it's fine. And if you sound it out, you kind of know what it is. Because a lot of the words are borrowed words. But if there's like an authentic dish that's been around for like 500 years, there's usually a kanji for it. And then it's harder to read. Unless it's one of the kanji I know that's food. But it's really fun. I can't wait till I can just like meet someone and them not even know that I don't speak Japanese. Well, I mean, at that point I will have spoken Japanese. The moment where we don't have to switch to English to communicate, that's like a personal goal of mine. Can't wait for that. They're very good. You know, they teach English in school, kind of like in the U.S. how you learn another language, but they teach it for longer. I think in the U.S. it's like 4 years, pretty much all you have to know. We'll do your 3 or 4 years of Spanish, or French or Italian, whichever one you chose, and then that's learning another language in the U.S. There, they teach it for much longer, and they're better at English than we are at our secondary language. But they're very nervous to use it. They always think they're bad at it, but they're very good at it. So now that I have the build zone, get to the floor tiles. So for each tile grid in build zone dot tile grids floor system addition. I think that's most foreigners. They always say they're bad at English. They're usually fluent. Yeah. They're always like, I'm so very sorry. My English is quite poor. What? You're better than me. Maybe we're too cocky? I mean, it is good to show modesty. That's important. Modest. Floor grid system. Why isn't that plural? I usually pluralize my my lists. Is it a tile system? Tile grid system. That was a good guess. The tile grid. How do I know where all my floors are? Where my floors are? The tile grid system is a node grid system, and a node grid system is nested. It's called a two-dimensional array. 2D. The width and a height. So I can very easily iterate over them. Grab this. Nope, not that. Are you nervous about anything? Like, are you terrified that you'll say the wrong noun to the Prime Minister and cause a riot? I've already done that plenty of times. I was trying to tell someone, like, we're moving to Tokyo in March, and I'm like, 3月に Tokyo hikokimasu, and I kept saying hikoki, like hikokimasu was the verb. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's move. And they were looking at me like, huh? What? And they were trying to correct me, and I'm like, no, I think they didn't know what I was trying to say, so their correction wasn't even a word that I was trying to get to. But I was basically saying, in March, I'm gonna draw Tokyo. I kept saying draw. And of course, when you're trying to think of the word like on the spot, I always blank. And it's hikoshimasu. Hikoshimasu is to move. So I just Google translated it later. I'm like, and then I was in the Nintendo store, and to say the word English, eigo, like I know that one. I've said it a million times, but the word eiga his movie, Eiga, and I wanted to buy Super Mario Brothers Wonder because since the yen is like kind of weak right now, $60 Switch game is only $40. So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get Mario right now. But I wanted to make sure, like the whole box was in English or in Japanese, and I just wanted to make sure that if I bought it, it would have English in it. And I'm like, Eiga? He's like, do you mean Ego? Ego? And it's got English. And I'm like, I've said that word 1,000 times. I've never made that mistake before. But when you finally use it to another person, you're not like you're not using like the part of your brain that's thinking. It's just spewing out of your mouth, and it spews out wrong. I need to work on spewing out my words correctly. I blank on a lot of English words. Oh yeah, I mean, I just feel like I'm getting old, and I'll sit there for like 5 seconds, like, what's the word I'm trying to think? And then I can't even think of it. So I'm not surprised that Japanese is getting difficult. But I'm getting there. So I want to do a nested for each loop. And I basically want to find, so I want to make a list of potential tiles that are like, okay, I can spawn here, and then pick one at random, spawn however many. Okay, so I want a list. I knew I added this. I want a list of 4 tiles. Potential. Never look directly in the camera. Every time we saw an apartment, I'd check out the second bedroom, which will eventually be my office, and I'm like, it's gonna work for streaming. Am I gonna get a cool angle, or am I gonna have to use a green screen again? Because I actually much prefer not use a green screen and just have a nice angle of my room. Slightly decorated in the background. Maybe it looks out the window into the skyline. I'd love to have a view. It's nerves, your first real Japanese conversation in Japan with a Japanese speaking person. I went to Italy and at the restaurant asked in Italian, "Excuse me, where's the bathroom?" And the guy said in perfect English, "It's right downstairs." That's good. I think the first thing I said also was, "Where's the bathroom?" Oterai wa doko desu ka? You know, it's funny. I know 2 words for bathroom. Oterai and then toilet. And toilet is basically toilet. And I was very uncomfortable calling a bathroom the toilet. Hey, where's the toilet? It just feels weird. But it's way more normal there. Like, it'll just be on signs like, this way to the toilet. I still like, I don't know, it's just an American thing. Calling the toilet the toilet. So, I need to do a bunch of logic. Is this tile good? Oh, 4 each. No, I have this nested for loop here. So it's tile grid dot. So if node equals, that's not real. If tile grid dot node x y not equal null. If it doesn't equal null, it means there is a floor tile. Is nodes private though? It is protected. But I think I have a getter. Um, I don't seem to have a getter here. Your dots. Get tiles? Get tiles. But it's just a single array. Huh? What does this get? This returns every tile. Oh. So this returns us a 1D array. I will say I did have some good conversation. Like, they weren't great. There's a lot of broken English, and a lot of like heavy use of English on my part. But I did get I was planning on like shaving my head there, but the bathrooms were just we didn't have a place with a bathroom that I could shave my head. The bathrooms there are really tiny. If you rent a tiny apartment, you're gonna get a tiny. I couldn't shave my head even if I wanted to. But I went to a barbershop and did my best to have like as much of a Japanese conversation as I could. Very standard stuff. Hey, where are you from? Where do you live? What do you? He was asking me a lot. He was doing a good job, like asking me simple questions. I tried to answer. It was fun. It was super fun. Can't wait to get better. I will say that's one thing slowing the game dev down. I'm doing like an hour of learning a day. That hour usually went toward game dev, you know? And then my brain is fried after an hour of language learning, so it probably takes away from the game dev even more. But I think it's okay. I don't need this 2D nested leap. One. Will you stream from Japan? Hells yeah. I gotta figure out a time though, you know. I think it's still gonna be like if I do super early in the AM for me, like I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I do a stream at 6:30 in the morning Japan time. That'll be 5 p.m. US. 4 or 5 Eastern time. It'll be like it'll be pretty late in Europe. Might be like 11, 12 p.m. So Europe might miss. Because I don't want to do late night streams. I don't want to do that. Early morning. I gotta do early. So I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna lose a lot of overlap with a lot of the world. Whatever. It'll be a different time. We'll see what happens. All of Asia will be sleeping, like 6 in the morning. Japan. Basically, all of Asia will be they'll be asleep, and maybe Europe. It'll be really late in Europe, and any kind of night owls will be like a new demographic. Because right now, what am I even getting? Right now, I pretty much get the whole world except Japan. Japan is, I think they're sleeping right now. Yeah, I am. But right now, Eastern Asia, I don't get. I think I still won't get them. We'll see. It'll be interesting. We'll definitely stream from Japan. Int. Listen. So I want to get, I want to get these tiles. Oh, I only want to call this once though, because this does stuff. Yep. I only want to get this one. How's that length? Plus. Okay. What am I doing? Why am I doing? I like 4 eaches. 4 each. Tile, and tiles. So much easier. If tile equals null. Yep. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed, but anytime I write this line where I continue, I always say continue. And if you can name why I enunciate it like that, you get 10 points. Continue. Now I'm trying to remember if I'm even remembering why I do it. Like, it's from a video game. Which game? That's from Scott Pilgrim. I mean, it's probably from a lot. Probably sounds like it's from a lot, but it's only from one. Continue. What is it actually? Is it? Wait a minute. Scott Pilgrim. Continue. Whoa. Green? Let's see. Ah. This music is gonna get my stream muted. Damn it. Let me see if I can just find the end. No, it didn't even say anything. You found it? 33 seconds. Oh, from the movie.
Yeah. Wow.
Or was it? I always thought it was from Smash Brothers. I thought I was doing it from Smash Brothers. I guess I'll never know now. No, everyone gets points, and no one gets points. You gotta go. Congratulations to Katrina. I wish you the best, and good luck. And yes, a whole heartfelt congratulations to graduating. Great news. Great job. All right, so we're gonna spend 2 hours writing one function, and it's gonna be fantastic. So is this tile... So what makes a potential tile acceptable? Spawning debris? Pretty simple. Is it empty and has it been walked on? Is it empty and has it been walked on? You know, I'm thinking maybe when tiles get walked on, they just throw an event saying I was walked on. And then over the course of the day, they get added to the list. And then at the end of the day, I pick one at random, spawn the debris, and then I clear the list. Is that better? All you devs out there, what do you think of that idea? Is that a better idea? I think it is. Then I don't have to like get the nodes, and it'd just be so much easier. We're gonna do. It's the way we're gonna do it because they already have colliders. They already know when people collide with them. Oh wait, no, that's build zone foundation. What are those foundations? They got build blockers. You have box colliders and rigid bodies and more box colliders. So I got this. We're gonna throw an event, say, hey, I was walked on. We're gonna add it to a list. Boom. Yep. Good go. What kind of weird thing is this? What kind of script is this? Like a utility. I think it's not really a utility though. And can I make this generic? You know, because this is like a kind of a system that could be generified. For other uses, maybe maybe it's like that's, oh, I already have sets. Maybe it's like added to the set. Add to set on collide. Then the debris manager cleans up the set. Okay, wait, I already have that. Oh. Throw an event. Let's throw an event. What kind of events do I have for floor tiles? I already have. I have like created. I'll just throw a game object event. Make a new game object event. Because that's all I really need. I just need to like say, hey, I was walked on. So floor tile walked. Okay. This is a weird event. And then debris now listen for game object. I like this way better. Oh, it's so much better. Why didn't you stop me? I really rely on you to stop me when I'm doing something. Love events. If I can do an event, always do the event. Singleton managerial thing that does everything. I like to do too much. Harder to read the code. If floor e dot type equal floor tile walked on. Look at that, I already have floor created, floor removed, floor walked on. So actually, let's follow the same naming convention. Just get rid of tile. Okay. So if for walked on, we're going to add you to a list of potential dots. Game object dot. Nope. Array. Nope. List. Call it potential. We'll call it walked on. Walked on. No, that's lame. Walked on floor tiles. Ooh. Excuse me. I don't care about the build zone anymore. Yeah, you can just get all the way out of there. Get all the way out of there. And if walked on dot contains e dot game object, doesn't contain, then walked on floor tiles dot add e dot game object. Oh, beautiful. All right, that's so much cleaner. And then at the end of the day, so what I need to do at the beginning of the day, if e dot event type equals start day. I want to do, yeah, I think I want to do this on the end of at the end of the day. End of day. Because start of day, I got a problem with my order of operation. I save the game at the end of the day. Then I start the day. Don't save the game until later. But you can shut the game off in the middle of that end of day scene, and then the start of day stuff doesn't happen. And you load the game back up. Start of day only happens when a new day begins from an old day. We're gonna have to rewrite that a little later, but not my problem right now. What I'm eventually gonna do is just be able to save the game every 3 seconds, or just whenever it needs to. That's the goal. I don't want to make you play a whole day. So if it's the end of the day, I want to calculate floor debris. After we calculate the floor debris, we basically want to make a new list. Walked on. Clear. And clear. Does it... So it removes all the elements from the list. Does it also reset the list to be 0? Or does it have a bunch of nulls? They don't. Can't look at that. Does list clear? Yeah. So I guess I want to equal it to null, or I'll trim excess. Oh, interesting. So yeah, behind the scenes, it doesn't get rid of the indices. I guess until garbage clean. Right. So it's it'll just set it equals to new list. That's like setting it to null, right? I don't really want to set it to null. I always need it to null. Okay. So do I want it to actually be a list of floor tiles? Do I care? Do I care what it is? I only care about its position, right? I know it's been walked on. Just care about its position. Just need to do a check to see if there's a decoration on top. You put a decoration on top after it was walked on. I don't want it to actually spawn anything. But yeah, I only care about its position. Tile. First, we'll check. Do that in many, many, many places. Many places do I have that code. Yeah. Really should be. Find it little. Let's find the best place. I believe is the blockers. No. Oh, this is a terrible place. Second best place. Box side. I could, not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the, what is even the physics? I forget. I know. I just didn't want to enter this large script, the decoration. Overlaps, physics.overlap box. That's what I. Colliders, and it just gives me a bunch of colliders. Don't s- You're not allowed to stream on Friday. It's against the rules. Tuna! How are you? Ah, Japan was great. It was awesome. As usual. That was awesome. Been talking a lot about it. Feel a little, I don't want to repeat myself on who has stuck around, but feel free to ask questions if you're curious. It's such a lovely place. I like being there. But I'm very happy to be back here. Back in the normal life. I hope when I go there, life settles and gets normal there, and I just live a normal life there, of course. But I'm happy to be back in the swing of things here. Well, good to see you again. How are you doing? Alright, so this... we want the L dot position. This one dot. Then the half extends. I don't want that. I just want a vector 1. Times 0.5. Yes. So if anything is 4, 5. Anything is within. Anything is here. Oh, but I only want blockers too. Decor blockers. I only want decor blockers. So. Do that here. So the box overlap settings. That is only for, okay, that's only for where and how big. Now I'm not currently a blocker, so I'm only looking for any kind of blocker. Except floor blockers, because I am a floor blocker, so I'm a floor. Listen, Tuna, you came in at a weird time. I'm trying to get back into it. My brain is just as usual. I think I'm just perpetually. We're slowly getting to this point. We're adding debris to the grounds that get walked on, for to be cleaned up, you know. Ooh, not too bad. Finished my Xmas shopping this morning. Ooh, oh my god. Now you're stressing me out. I didn't do any holiday shopping. I did a little bit of holiday shopping in said country, but I didn't do any other holiday shopping that I very much need to do. Holidays stress me out. I think it's mutually. I think this is a global sentiment nowadays that holidays are stressful. It's nice to see family sometimes. It's nice to hang out and get together and have a nice meal and catch up. But yeah, there's no doubt that the holidays are a stressful time. Globally, I think there's a sentiment. I've talked to a lot of people that have also this year in particular, just like, do it this year. And I feel like every year it gets worse. I don't know if it's just what I see in the world that I live in, but I feel like holidays are getting harder for people every year. I want to blame consumerism. I want to blame the stress and need to pick out gifts for it. Maybe I'm being a baby because I'm buying gifts so hard. I don't know. It just seems to get harder and harder. Makes me want to check out. Oh, puppy. Puppy, are you okay? It's snoring. Alright, so I need to check. So now I need to go through all these colliders. Oh, this is going to be a heavy function. It's a good thing it only happens once on, basically on a blank screen, yeah. While the screen is fading to black. Right when it hits black. And we'll drop some frame rates because this support each. Collider. In over. Collider. Oh, I want to try and get component. Ooh, I like try and get collider dot. Try get component. Can I write this from memory without blocker out? Or is it out blocker? Luckily, all my family on both sides agreed gifts are for kids. Yeah. That's good. It's good that your family... I think my family generally agrees with that as well. There actually weren't any kids in the family until my nephews were born, basically. I mean, there were extended family, but my immediate family. Now that there's youngins, everyone's agreed. Unspoken, but totally fine. Like, you get gifts to the youngins, and maybe send a card if you feel like it. That's fine. Call, text, visit, do those things, but no gifts. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess it does make things easy. But maybe there's like residual stress from previous years that I'm feeling, and maybe it's not real. Maybe the stress, it's not that bad. I guess it's not that bad. You guys are the best therapy. Someone talk out there and good energy comes back. Yeah, I feel better now. Ooh. White elephant's good. There's no stress in buying a white elephant. Good. Get anything. Side jokes. Sometimes, like, at, companies I've been at, we do white elephants, and there's always a decent mix of real gifts, really nice gifts, and then joke gifts, and it's always fun. Like my cousin and cousin-in-law every year steal a Hot Wheels bulldozer from each other. A little Hot Wheels? Well, that was one of the things I got in Japan. They have like really cool tiny cars, like tiny toy cars from like nice, cool, like 90s, not supercars, but like 90s sports cars in Japan. You can't find those anywhere. I got a couple of those as gifts for people. Hopefully the recipients of those gifts are not watching. But I will say, now that we've been going for a couple of an hour and a half, good morning to all of you. Welcome in. If you've never been here before, my name is Andrew. Game dev and on Alpine Lake. Give it a good old wish list. You can see the trailer in the corner. So I've been on vacation for a couple weeks. This is my first day back. Usually do Tuesdays, Thursday mornings. 7 a.m. Pacific. 10 a.m. 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m. Eastern. Sometimes I'll hop on a little early, maybe 6:30 and 9:30, but that's my normal schedule. Today's weird. I'm back from a trip to Japan, so I'm a little jet lagged, and I just kind of did this Friday because it's a work day today for me, but felt like a holiday work day. Throw in a stream beforehand. Get back in the swing of things. So welcome in. We're making some what are we making? We're making some debris in the game. Stuff to clean up. So it's an Innkeeper-Sim. Alpine Lake is Innkeeper-Sim, life sim game. Kind of like Stardew Valley, kind of like The Sims. Billy Goat. Hey bro, is Japan nice? Does it have anime everywhere? What up? Welcome in. Passport. Yeah, it has anime everywhere. And are you saying passport bro because Are you referring to the drama I had with my passport leading up to my trip? Yeah, Japan is awesome. And yeah, it has anime everywhere. Most companies, advertisements, cities, they all have like mascots. This very heavy mascot culture. Like some towns, there's an area of Japan where every town has a mascot. And I won't say it's like an anime character, but it's like Japanese style mascot character, which you could find in some animes, mostly like Hello Kitty style, but lots of companies have mascot characters. The woman? What are you talking about? There's like the digital. There's that like not fake pop star, but there is like a digital pop star that is pretty big. I forget her name. That's an M or something. Like only digital. So I want to make sure that it's not the tiles blocker, because I'm definitely going to get the tiles blocker. So if we're colliding with the blocker, if the blocker equals tile that can I want to continue. I want that. If it's any other kind of block, I'm moving there. Goodbye. I'll see you there then. Are you really? Did you know that I am? I feel like I talk about it too much. Can't wait though. Just so freaking excited. Change life up. I live in LA right now. I've lived in New York. I've lived in San Francisco. I like to hop cities. So, Tokyo. One of the best cities in the world. I gotta live there. So. Gotta live there. It's so much fun there. We met my wife's new coworkers, and they had their holiday party, their end of year holiday party, and we kind of, it doesn't even start till March, but we went to her holiday party. Everyone was so nice. Everyone was so cool, so friendly, welcoming. Oh my God. It's such a pleasant experience. Then we went to a ping pong bar. Oh my God. So I'm like, when it comes to sports and physical activity, I'm old. I don't do much, but there's 3 sports that I love, and they're not sports. I love bowling, I love table tennis, I love ping pong, and I love billiards. These are the 3 activities that I love doing because they're like precision activity. They're not sports. Ping pong gets sporty. It's definitely work up a sweat. But they're like precision activities that I love doing. And they're not that popular here. You know, there's billiard halls. They get kind of popular. There's bowling alleys that, you know, teenagers go bowling sometimes. I haven't been bowling in a while, but I love bowling. And ping pong, there's like 4 ping pong bars in the entire United States. There's not much ping pong going on. So we go to this holiday party. Someone catches wind that I like ping pong. And they're like, let's after the holiday party, let's do an after party at a ping pong bar. I'm like, what? That sounds cool. Yeah, I'm down for that. We take a cab to the middle of Shibuya, which is basically like downtown Tokyo. And there's this 9-story building. It's the coolest building I've ever seen. It's 9 stories. First 2 stories are like the crane games, where you just feed it $20 and it's impossible to win. Then it's 2 stories of bowling alleys. And then it's 2 stories of billiard hall. And then it's 2 stories of ping pong. And it's packed to the gills. Like, there's every bowling, every like alley was taken. Every table and billiards was being played on. Everyone's drinking and having a good time. and it's not like a bar where it's like nighttime. Thank you for the follow. It wasn't like a nightclub. It was just like young people having fun playing these games with their friends. Cool. I'm definitely not cool. Number one thing you have to know about me, I'm not cool. But this place was cool. It was just refreshing. Careful. Laid back, do you smoke? I do not. I don't. I may have in the past, but I don't right now. My wife, she likes to think that I'm just perpetually high sometimes. Because I just have this laid back mentality, and I like to joke a lot, and I'm very spacey. But I'm definitely not. You could be talked into it again. Actually, no. I think I'm done with that. There's been many, many times where I had the opportunity to do it. I mean, it's legal here. There's a weed shop 1 block from me where I can go buy weed, and I could just do that. It's fine. But I don't do it. I don't look down on anyone who does. Like, it's fine. It's here it's like drinking. I don't see it as much of a difference. If you're gonna drink, if you're gonna smoke, it's the same thing here. I'm not like anti-smoking. How can I be? But I just don't do it myself anymore. It's nice to be sober. I like caffeine. Ooh. Caffeine's my new drug. Honestly, it doesn't hit me though. This is my new being on Twitch. Stared at by you guys. It's kind of a drug. It gets me revved up. Definitely at the end of streams, it's like a rowdy stream. I'm actually being pretty quiet right now. I just have no energy. Jet lag. But if it's a rowdy stream, after the stream, I'm just like, whoa. That was a lot. It's kind of drug-like. I want to learn to code. College is too much, plus I'm old, 32. Yo, that's not too old. You can still learn to code, and you don't have to go to college to do it. There's plenty of resources out there to learn. I would just say research all the different fields of development and pick one that you like. Like web dev, game dev, making programs, UI. There's so many different areas you can go into. Back end, front end. It's like do some research, figure out which one you like. Maybe reach out to some people who do that. Figure out what languages are used for that particular area. And I guarantee you there's 1,001 tutorials out there for free or paid. You can get up and going. If you were here on this stream half an hour ago, you would have learned that one of the viewers, their wife, did a 5-month boot camp in web dev. They had such a good time. They got pretty up to speed and they're on their way. And I believe they're also 32. Like the exact same situation you're talking about. It is not too late. Never think it's too late. You can be 50. Didn't you know that KFC was started by someone in their 60s? I'm pretty sure it was someone in their 60s. KFC. The Colonel. All right. So if this blocker is me, continue. If not, I believe that's all I need. It means we're on the floor. We can spawn. So let's get on. Let's add this tile. Position to potential floors. Okay, I still want a list of potential spawn. So, and I think I just need vectors. So I went to school for visual effects. Like I'm a 3D artist, and that's my day job too. Do visual effects. And I took some coding courses in school. It all started with Basic. There's this language called Basic, QBasic, That was like my first high school introduction. And then I took a C++ course, which I completely don't remember. In high school. I don't think I did well in that one. And then in college, one of the courses was a Flash course. What was it? Not Adobe. Was it Adobe Flash at the time, or Acrobat, or Flash? I don't know. I don't remember who owned Flash at the time. Yeah, QBasic is awful. But I was learning Flash, and in Flash you can write this thing called ActionScript, which was like a version. It was kind of like JavaScript. I don't even know. But you know, you were able to do. There was some coding involved, and I made a game in Flash. I'm like, holy crap, that was fun. But I didn't think I could do it as a career. The only things were like that existed was like there was like Newgrounds where people made Flash games, and you know, there's like some other sites that had Flash games. I didn't really see that as a career, so I didn't take it seriously. I didn't take game dev seriously. I didn't think I could do it. So I just kept going, you know, doing visual effects. I'm like, oh, I want to make movies. I want to make TV. And then one day, the iPhone came out, and all these people were making iPhone. And I'm like, wait a minute, I could do that. I want to make an iPhone game. I can do that. Everyone else is doing it. I can do it. So yeah, self-taught. I learned Objective-C, which I only used I made a couple of apps. Like just to learn how to code and how to read documentation. That was big. And then finally one day it clicked. I will say there's a huge barrier to entry for coding. There's a year where it just doesn't click. And then one day it clicks. Like, oh, okay. I actually get it now. And then you can learn any language you want. So all you got to do is just hang in for a year. I do recommend a boot camp that has a curriculum. Because if you just do tutorials of things you want to know, you're gonna be a little all over the place, because you might not know what you need. But if you do a boot camp, a good one, with good reviews, something affordable or free, I do recommend that, because that's what made it click for me. Yeah, having a teacher to talk to, that was pretty monumental. I highly encourage it. I don't think 32 is too late. I don't want you to make any giant life choices based on what I'm saying, but I do want you to know that 32 is not old, and it's not too late to change. I say I'm old. I'm 37. I say I'm old. I like to joke around. I know I'm not that old. When you're dead, you're old. You're not old until you're dead. How about that? I'm gonna go with that. That's gonna be my new mantra. You're not old until you're dead. So this is a potential spot because it's a free spot. Potential spot. Collider dot. No, not collider. Just this tile. Transform dot. Okay. So now we have potential spot. And fired up an emulator the other day. How did I function? Wait, a QBasic emulator just for fun? Oh, yeah. I mean, I had such a good time learning how to code. I remember loving that. I remember loving learning ActionScript. That was so cool. The Flash was kind of brilliant. Like, it was definitely a precursor to these game engines where you have objects, you attach scripts to those objects. They have their own functionality. There's a good mix of user interface and scripting, and like they just played nicely together for someone with my kind of brain. I was trying to show my 5-year-old how I used to program. What did they think? Did you teach your 5-year-old how to code yet? Now I want to go through so now how much debris do I even want to spawn? So I got a bachelor's in VFX and you took programming classes. Yeah, I have a bachelor's in computer animation and interactive media from the Fashion Institute of Technology. Did not go to Full Sail. That was way too expensive. But I will say, I took the cheapest route I could. Because, I knew I wasn't going to make a lot of money. I didn't want to come out with a lot of loans. And I had to pay for college myself, so that was weird. So I basically went to state schools that really low tuition. And I went to a community college my first 2 years because I had no idea what I wanted to do. I didn't even want to... I knew I wanted to do this, but I didn't know... I didn't know I wanted to do it. I just knew I wanted to try it. When I first went to college, I was a very unmotivated high school student. I had no idea what I wanted. Went to community college for 2 years. It's like $1,000 a year. Easy. So I was able to do that very cheap. And then they had a course on 3D animation. And it had a lot of prerequisites. So I had to do a whole year, not even trying it yet. I just had to do like Photoshop classes and HTML and like all of this that I didn't want to do. Just to get to the Maya course. I wanted to do 3D animation. And I almost gave up because after the first semester, they added another prerequisite. I was like ready. I'm here to sign up for 3D. And they added another prerequisite. I'm like, are you kidding? I got to do a whole nother semester before I can even try it? Oh, gym class. Gym class was awesome in community college. It was bowling and karate. But I almost gave up. And I think my girlfriend at the time was like, no, don't give up. Okay, fine. So, oh wait, did I? Yeah. I'm pretty sure she encouraged me. And then, all right, I kept going. It took one more semester of the prerequisites I need. And day one of the 3D course, it's full. And I had to really finagle my way in. I almost didn't get in the class. They were trying to boot me because it was full. And I somehow got a seat. I think I was on the waiting list. I was the first one on the waiting list. Someone dropped. I got in. Oh my God. God for that person. I wish I could shake that person. Whoever dropped out and got me in. Day one, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Okay, I found my passion. And that was it. So then I finished the year there. And then I was like, all right, where can I now? That was an associate's degree in nothing. And I only had one semester of 3D. I couldn't get a job yet. Yeah, now excuse me. Yeah, bachelor's is $100,000, $200,000 private. Yeah, Full Sail at the time existed, and it was like $30,000 a year, $40,000 maybe. And I wasn't doing that. I knew I was limited to state schools from New York because they were cheap. They were like $2,000 a semester, so $4,000 a year. Yeah, $4,000 a year. And Fashion Institute of Technology had a 3D animation course. Pretty Bear knows. Curdy Bear was there with me. Irvin dropped out so you can get in. Is that true? He was supposed to be in 3D animation and then he dropped so you can join? That's crazy. But yeah, it was only $4,000 a year. So I was able to take out some loans, do that. I took out extra loans, like a little more than I needed, just so I didn't have to have like a part-time job, which I did anyway. I kind of tutored, but tutoring wasn't that time intensive. It's just a couple hours a week. And then student loans paid off in a couple of years. It was great. I don't think you need to go to a crazy expensive school. I look at what I did. I'm like, I think you can mimic it a little bit now. You just have to. You have to go to the cheaper schools. They're out there. You're part of a state. Usually your state has state schools that are cheaper. You just got to find the one that has the program you like. Even if the teachers aren't good, you got to be self-motivated. I think you can get by being self-motivated. Terry was really excited to have him for a week. Then he changed his mind back to illustration. And I think he made the right choice. He's doing quite well. Illustration. He's back! Mike! Why do so many of us Mac users use VS for Mac? It's abandoned by... Well, so first of all, welcome in. Sile. I use it because Unity installs it for you, you know? I do it in a... Yeah, I forgot I haven't done any coding. You know, Unity just installs it. I just did what's easy. Oh god, what's happening? So yeah, that's why I use Visual Studio. I mean, a lot of people use JetBrains? What is it? JetBrains? JetRider? Forget. A lot of people use that too, but I only use it. Unity installs it. Yeah, Rider, right. Is JetBrains a different thing? So you recommend Rider for Mac? I'm like, you know, I'm not like a professional developer, I don't seek like coding tools. I just use what's given to me. Oh, JetBrains is the company, Rider's the idea. Okay. Wave Race 64. Oh my god, the game is so good. I remember seeing like the water physics or just the water in that game in general. I remember seeing that and being like, oh my god, games cannot possibly get better looking. Look at that water. VS Code is what you'll have to use soon. Wave Race 64 is legit. I want to look at that for a second. Wave Race 64 trailer. I just need to see this water again. For any of you out there who don't know what Wave Race 64 is, or treat. I'm gonna mute it just so I don't get. Look, I remember seeing this right here. That water. Whoop. And thinking, what world are we in? Like, playing Mario 64 all day long and then seeing this? Look at that water. This is Nintendo 64 we're talking. Are you mother flippin' me? Marcus, thank you for the follow. Oh, this is bringing back memories. Oh my god, my heart. This is warming my heart right now. That was before vertex shaders. It was done with raw polygons. It's incredible. Look at that. Riding a freaking dolphin. I didn't even know you could do it. August 19th. Heroic synth music. Ah, sick. Marcus, welcome in. How you doing? Also, Style, thank you for chatting. Thank you for being here. It's 8:46. I'm gonna push it a little bit today. I have to work, but it's like a holiday, so I'm just gonna go a few minutes actually. I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll do a raid eventually. We'll raid it. I just want to get... I've been going for an hour and 53 minutes. This is how much I've done. Plus this. I've not done much. You're letting your employees off for a few hours early? That's very kind of you. What field are you in? I'm assuming development. Yeah, so we have a list of potentials. Let's go through these potentials. So it's just a list of positions. Anyways. No, I don't even want to cycle through them. I just want to calculate how many I want to spawn and grab that many from the list. And that's it. Technical manager, basically team lead with HR responsibilities on top. I hear that. That's very kind of you. Andrew is my manager, and we're working all weekend and all of next week, but he's giving us pizza party on Tuesday. Technically, that's not true. There's no pizza party on Tuesday. And technically, I'm not your manager. We are equals. Mike Lombardo, 3D, and I work together. He likes to joke that I'm his man. This is not true. Pizza party is not real. Pizza party is not real. Especially since you work from home on Long Island. And the office is in Manhattan. Pizza party is code for crunch time. Yeah. Yeah. It's similar in VFX, you know? Oh, we're gonna buy you lunch. Oh, so I can't leave my desk. I don't actually mind working hard in VFX. I don't like working late, but I don't mind working hard throughout the day. It stimulates the brain. Feels good. I do appreciate stimulating the brain, especially nowadays. Brain function is very important to stretch. You gotta keep it stretchy. You can't stop using that brain. Definitely a muscle you gotta work out. So I want to calculate how much I want to spawn. Let's just say 3 for now. No, let's just do a random number. There we go. Spawn int on mount equals random dot range. Do I want there to be a yeah, maybe none. And maybe 3. Or it's inclusive. What was it? Inclusive. No, but it's an int. I think an int is exclusive. Call me out, you coders. Pretty sure this is excluded. Yeah, x. I saw a Reddit post where someone was like, management threw us a pizza party and asked us each to chip in $20 for pizzas. What? $20 per person? I was just making sure that an int random range, the last value is exclusive. There we go. Thank you. So now I want to for x. Oh. On amount. Nope. 0. And x is less than on amount. Plus. Then potential spots. I just maybe I'll shuffle them and then get the top 3. That's that. Potential spots dot shuffle. I think that works. I'm just gonna I'll get the bottom 3. Oh, what if there aren't 3? Oh, interesting. So let's clamp this. Math F clamp. So it could be 0. Value is 4. Min is 0. Max is potential spots dot count. Yeah. Okay. So now this will always be something. Thank you. Oh, math min. Oh, math min is better? Dot take? What is that? Is that a thing? That's not a thing. Or you're just is that just fake code? I gotta be very literal. See, I'm not a pro. I'm gonna take you. It is? Is it for not for lists? I'm using lists. Is that an array thing? So this is the position. I want to spawn. Finally, we're spawning something. Game object instantiate. Lord Briss. Do it here. Turnian ident. Oops. Okay. And oh yeah, I'm not using link. I don't think I need it. I think this is fine. Do this simple for loop. Although yeah, I'm curious. I like to learn new things. Let me check it out. Using system. So if I do, so what am I doing? Potential spots dot take. Okay. What does that do? And I take the count. Does it just make a new array? So it'll make a new array of just those 3 things. Where does it take them from? bottom or the top? I find that some of these other libraries, they're not as commented as I'd like. Takes from the beginning. So 1, 2, 3. That's cool. Well, I guess. I mean, okay. Is this just an extra function that I don't really need though? Because I'm already just I'm gonna cycle through the top 3 and then that's that. I should learn Link. So ZT, he's been slowly teaching me Link, you know, throughout the streams. I forgot it. Like whatever you've taught me, it's not front of brain yet. It's not like I can't just write it. I'd have to go back and look at it. And I don't even like any and what did I learn? I think I know how to use any. Yeah, there's so much good stuff in here. I see the function names. I'm like, oh, these are all amazing situational things that I probably should learn. Is it faster than just doing these for loops? Like, if I'm very carefully only doing this for loop is only going to happen 3 times. And wouldn't I have to do it anyway? Like, I feel like it'd almost be the same amount of calculation. It's just clean. It just looks cleaner, cooler. Right. Yeah. So you're getting the land of lambda functions, whatever those are called. Break my brain. I'm like, so I'm very visual, you know, I'm a visual effects artist. I kind of need to see it laid out. Where Link, there's something behind the scenes in Link that just doesn't click to me yet. It's been 10 years. Link doesn't click. Yeah, the best code is code you understand. Thank you. Understand this. All right, so this should do something. The only thing that I haven't done yet, is populate this list yet. I need to throw an event on the floor. And what I want to do is, I just want to put a random script here. Nation. Oh. Floor top. I'm just going to put it next to the floor top for now. New. All this is going to do is say on player enter or on NPC enter. Throw event, I was walked on. I mean, great. Called floor. No. Walked on. Walked on. Walked on. Knower? What is the function that I'm trying to do? Helper? That's terrible. This is terrible. Free vent. Not listener, but shouter. What is the other thing? Reflection in C# by itself is enough for me to not use Unreal or Godot. I agree. I know Unreal pretty well, but I don't know C# and C++ that well, which is why I'll probably never use Unreal as a game engine. I know it really well for visual effects, and I've made some games in Blueprints, but always Unity for me. Producer, yeah, debris event producer. I guess I've never really made this script yet, so I just want to put that here. Time is it? Ooh, it's almost 9. I never go past 9. This is dangerous. I'm gonna stop very shortly, unfortunately. I feel like I get going at 9. Like I finally woke up. You know, it's Friday. Oh, emitter, that's better. I like emitter better. Emitter. And where did you go? Dirt spawner. Wait. Oh, that's different. That's different. Bitter. Now it's gonna be annoyed and it's not gonna let me add it. Bitter. So what I can do, I can make this a little generic. And I can define what game object event gets called. So type. So if I have other things, like right now I just have walked on floor. Event type. Ooh, I have a calendar event. What's that for? Nah, it's fake news. That meeting has been canceled. Right? Writer would have renamed all that for you and all references, just saying. Oh, like if you rename a script in Unity, it'll rename it here. I'm constantly doing that and constantly breaking everything just by renaming the unit. First, I want to choose what event I want to throw. Then I want to do on collision, on trigger, enter. Goes to the entire. All right, I want you to tell me the top 3 things why I should switch to Rider. Go. I've been using Visual Studio for like 8 years now. It's just whatever. But I'll switch if you give a good enough argument. So if other dot compare tag, or do I have to do game? I don't think I have to do game object. Let's just see if it's the player now. Oh, whatever. Other dot game object dot compare tag. See. So if it's either of these things, then throw the event. So game object event dot trigger. I want to throw the event type that I choose in the editor, and then this game. Boom! Now I know we've been walked on. Let's do some debug tools. I've been walked on. I've been walked on. Gives you hints on bad performance code and code smells. That's cool. I'm sure I got tons of bad smelling code. Refactoring tools? Well, like what? I already know how to rename a variable globally. It's pretty much the extent of my refactoring. Code navigation? I can use some good code navigation. I tend to just like find all, and then I'll scroll here and I'll be like, okay, this is the one I need, and I'll just go there. Like, I hate looking up scripts here and going to them. And I don't have like I don't even know where my entire project directory. I'm pretty sure there's like a window here that's like projects. And maybe there's a panel somewhere. I honestly have no idea. If I need a script, I'll literally like find, and I'll type in this like either a function name that I remember or the script itself, and then that's how I'll find it. Or sometimes what I'll do is I'll be like, I'll just like, oh, tile, I want to go to this script. I'll type it, and then I'll like command click it, and it'll take me to that. And then I just gotta remember to go back and delete it. Is that crazy? Am I crazy for doing that? Okay. So I'm listening for the event already. Let's just, how about after I, some added. So if you access certain properties, it's aware of Unity and will tell you, hey, this is slow access, and give you a button you can click to fix it. Cool. Give me a for instance. What's a slow thing in Unity? Get all the floor tiles. I don't need to do anything. How much debris do I want to spawn? Was the tile walked on? So if it's in this array, make sure it's an empty tile. and spawn. And clean. Checking for null on Unity objects. Accessing transforms. Do that all the time. You mean just like game object.transform? What is the alternative to checking if something's null? I do it all the time. Literally what this whole game is made from. It's like, hey, get this component. Does this component actually exist? Okay, like try get component. Try get component is the backbone of this game. I'm not using it. I'll get there. I promise I'll get there. Give me time. I need time. Store the reference to it. I used to store the reference to it and check if it's null. And then when I learned about try get component, that's what I do now. You have to keep resolving every frame. Oh, well, actually, I very rarely use update. Like, I'm not that dumb. I would say there's like 10 things happening in any update function. There's not much. Everything is events. Everything is either events or like a time tick, which is only like once every 3 seconds. Yeah, I bear. No, I know you're not. Did my best. Vent emitter. Ooh, emitter. What's the name? That's the thing. Appreciated. Oh god. Floor walk. So, and this gets interacted with. Is this even a trigger? It is a trigger. I think that's. Let's just see now. I think I should have some good stuff going. I have a meeting today. I'm gonna probably in 5 more minutes. If I can get 1 floor tile to spawn, that's it. That's gonna mark the end. Successful. Ah, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. Hit a goal? That's amazing. Never hit my goals on stream. Thank you for helping. Remember, there's no I in team, but you can't have awesome without me. Been walked on. Look at that. Been walked on. Been walked on. That's a lot of walking. Oh, yeah, they're pretty active. So this event is going to be thrown a lot. Maybe I stop throwing the event after it happens once and I reset it at the beginning of the day. Alright, so it knows it's been walked on. This manager script doesn't live anywhere. That's why it's not being added. Debris manager. Briss manager. Oops, I don't know. In respawn system. I want to spawn footsteps. A lot of things called footstep. Footstep. Degradable. Footprints. All the footprints. There we go. Okay. So this is public. Doesn't need to be, but I'll keep it just to check. 16.9, I'm over here on my 21.9 breaking indie games on stream every day. I will say, if I go into a little bit of a free aspect ratio, it holds a little. I can see some, all right, there's some weirdness going on over there, but it holds. Scriptable objects. I use scriptable objects a lot. I would say, okay, if there's two backbones to this game, it's everything's a scriptable object, and I try to get component all over the place. So yeah, pause system. It kind of works, like even with this crazy aspect. That I'm happy with. I've been very careful. I mean, I do all my testing 16:9 because that's gonna be the biggest. That's what people are gonna use. All right, so now it's being added. So if I go through all of these 16 tiles, 4x4 added, no more being added. Fast forward to the next day. They should spawn now. Did any spawn? Random. There we go. Look at that. 2 spawn. I gotta clean them up. Clean them up. Clean them up. We did it. I can end the stream happy now. Alright. So we got some floor debris. Yeah, I did a lot of coding today. Hope everyone wasn't too bored. I like to mix it up. Sometimes we do coding, sometimes we do art. Today was coding heavy. I don't even think I played once. Maybe I hit play. But yeah, it's good. We got some floor debris. I need to make the visual look better. Right now it's kind of lame. Just weird footstep graphics. My art looks like a cry for help. Your art looks lovely. Alright, we're gonna call it, and let's find someone to raid. Who's on? Who's on? Been a while. Alright, we're gonna go to Practical NPC. A good old visit. Can I do this? Oh. We did it. All right, everyone. I really appreciate you all being here. Take it easy. See you next time. See you next week. I'll come back next week. Yeah. I'll try and get back onto my regular scheduled program. And have a good holiday if I don't see you. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for all the new follows. Later.
Booyah, Grandma. Thank you for the raid, Booyah. How's it going? From Unity to Godot. I'm gonna go take a shower now. Enjoy your shower, essential. Oh, sorry, Isiel. Isiel. All right. I'm sure we're gonna crash some more, but let's see what else is left. Total collectibles.